Check one. Check one. Check one. Check.
Can you hear me? Were you checking me too?
No, I'm just checking this mic.
Oh,
Just in case I need to talk to you.
but it's a Orthodox Jewish building.
Hmm?
The building, the apartment he looked at is Orthodox Jewish. My husband said, "You better watch that Palestinian crap that you say."
Folks, what is going on? We are back. Another episode of Make the Right Play. We're live again. Here it is, Wednesday night in studio. We got the coach on my left. As always, your Bowie Media. Shout out your Bowie Media behind the camera for making everything work for us, making everything look great, making everything sound fantastic. Shout out your Bowie for all your media needs in the Pensacola area. And on this beautiful, gorgeous Wednesday here in Pensacola, Florida, Coach, what is going on? How we doing? Did you feel the summer vibes today a little bit?
I really did. I mean, I can't go outside really and walk around, but I did feel the vibes just like
well, you got to
looking
give
out
them
the window.
the crowd an update. You don't have the boot on anymore.
I have to wear the boots sometimes, but it was safe for me to get from the car into the studio today.
No boot.
Right, no boot. So hopefully maybe by next week I can do some more walking and stuff.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah,
You know?
by the end of March, like maybe in 4 weeks, we're predicting. So
Yep.
we're almost at the end of week 1. So like 3 more weeks, I should be able to walk and be a normal person again.
All right, so listen, that's positivity. Positivity. We're getting somewhere
I
with that.
told Natasha, I said, Natasha, maybe we could just go, like I'll park on the sand and we could just sit in the beach for a little while if it's a nice day.
I'll park in the sand.
Like I want to go to the beach. That's what I'm dying
When do they
for.
think that you'll be able to walk on the sand? Did they say?
The doctor told me I could now.
Oh, really?
As long
They
as
said
it's a
you could walk
short
on the
walk.
sand?
Yeah, short walk. So
Oh,
it's
so
like
Fort Pickens.
Fort Pickens, exactly.
Right, because you're like right on the sand there.
Right,
And you
that's what I'm
can't go to
thinking.
Casino Beach and park in the back of the lot and
No,
walk.
that I wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
I don't think I'd be able to do it just because I'm not used to walking. I may have a heart attack.
Sometimes you got to park far away and then you
Yeah.
got to carry all your stuff. It becomes a mess at Casino Beach. But I mean, listen, unbelievable. We're back here for another episode and it just seems we can't stop winning. We're winning all the time. Oh, do we have somebody trying to join the show?
Oh, that's exciting.
All right. We got somebody looking to join the show. Oh,
Hey,
it's Christiane. All right. What's
Christiane,
going
you're on. You're on. Make the right
live.
play.
Make the right play.
How are you?
Oh my gosh.
This is so exciting.
exciting.
So what's
I
going
haven't
on?
been able to figure out any of this technology.
I don't think Christiane meant to come on the show. Did you mean to come on the show?
I didn't.
I didn't. She said, well, listen, we appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for popping in today.
But
X
I
out.
do. But I am not up to breast with what you guys are talking about. So
We just came on. We just came on.
Oh,
Okay, so you
we
don't have to
we
worry.
just went live. So enjoy the show. Just hang out and enjoy the show. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
okay. All right.
All right.
Sounds good. Love you guys.
See
Love
you later.
you too. That's
Bye.
so funny.
That is funny.
That was exciting, right?
I don't think she meant to join the show. It's like, yeah.
Well, that's my wonderful friend Christiane.
Yes.
She's
Shout
so
out Christiane.
wonderful.
She's
So,
fantastic.
You know, one thing I know is that a lot of people haven't seen where I plan on going vacation in a few years. I'm thinking it would be great for the whole family. So I
You're
think
going
we
on
should show
vacation?
the video.
Where are you going?
Trump's Gaza.
Oh, yes.
We got to go to Trump's Gaza, man. Have you seen this?
We
Is
may
like
be
Disney
going.
World.
Yeah, let's show a clip 25.
Donald is coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new life. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1.
Trump Gaza, the hotel.
Shining bright, golden future, a brand new life. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza #1.
Trump Gaza, #1. The future of Israel Palestine. It becomes one state solution. Trump Gaza.
Only Trump would send that out. Truth Social last night. It's like 10 o'clock at night.
It was 11:51.
Oh, it was almost midnight.
11:51.
Oh my gosh.
It could have been Pete Hegseth tweeted that out. I
No,
think
it was
maybe.
on Truth Social. I'm
I know
not
it was
even
on
kidding
Truth-
you. So I look at that. I go, oh, Trump just sent something out. And I'm like, he can't be serious with this thing.
It really. I mean, I couldn't believe it when you sent it to me, and you're like, "Yeah, look what Trump posted out." I couldn't believe that he actually posted
You
that.
thought I made it up.
Yeah, I thought it was completely fake.
And how fat is he in that video?
He's huge.
And the bearded ladies.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. Trump has
Him
a
and
good sense of
Netanyahu
humor.
laying out like that at the end was just too good.
And Elon tried to make himself look so sexy in that video.
Yeah,
did you
he did.
notice he was so tanned and skinny?
Eating the hummus. He's like,
it
yeah,
was
look
like
at me. I'm
Elon
eating the
30
hummus.
years ago.
Yeah. he tried to look all good in that video. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, it seems that the White House just can't stop winning right now. That's what the vibe that I get is Trump's is having major success. 1 month in, we're 1 month into the presidency, and he's rolling.
Well, let's see what Caroline Levitt has to say on video one.
All right, let's see. Let's shoot it over to Caroline.
And the winning continues here at the White House every day. Today, a federal judge right here in Washington, D.C., denied the Associated Press's emergency request for a temporary restraining order to restore their privilege of returning to the White House press pool. And
so they blocked. Yeah. So this is pretty interesting that they blocked AP out from the press pool in the Oval Office. They told AP to go shove it.
Well, you know what's so funny is that they can't go to the Oval Office. They can't go to Air Force One, but they can still go into general admission with everybody else.
Right. The press room.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can still see Caroline.
You know, but they're being such babies because she's like, nowadays, what we're going to do is we're going to have alternative media that actually has viewers.
Right.
Unlike MSNBC that nobody watches anymore.
Right.
We want people to
MSNBC's out.
actually see what we're saying, like Joe Rogan show, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, you know what? It's time to come into 2025. It's not like the old days anymore.
It's true. I mean, and this was something that they did right away is that they wanted to try to get these alternative media sources, you know, the podcasts like us and you know, other shows that gain thousands and thousands of viewers regularly. They want an opportunity to give them, you know, the shot because they are the press. And in all reality, they are the press. And people aren't watching MSNBC anymore. I mean, just today they had a bunch of layoffs because, you know, nobody is watching those networks. That network is so shit. And everybody's going to Fox and Friends. You saw that Fox and Friends took over half of Morning Joe's viewership. Fox and Friends is bigger than ever. Poor Pete. I'm sure he's so upset.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I haven't watched Fox and Friends since 2020.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So
They went downhill though once they Brian was turned crappy. They went downhill.
Yeah, you know, and I just was disgusted with them.
You were disgusted with Fox.
I
You were
was
disgusted
disgusted. I
big
was
time with
disgusted
Fox.
with everything the mainstream media did because I felt like they were lying and they were picking and choosing what they were telling us about. And that's the reason why a lot of people have turned to alternative media.
The
And
main
this is
reason.
something, I don't know if you guys are aware of this because this is another big win for Trump.
Yep.
This is a follow-up. The U.S. East and Gulf Coast stock workers ratified a new 6-year contract. Remember how a few months ago the sky was falling?
Oh, God.
People were in New Jersey running and buying all the toilet paper again and all because they thought that we weren't going to have.
The longshoremen.
The longshoremen got a huge
longshoremen.
deal. They went from
Yes.
$39 an hour to $63 an hour. I am so happy for the longshoremen.
Really big upgrade.
Yeah, it's costing the employers an estimated $35 billion. But you know what? They have tons of money. Give some to the workers. And you know who
Give
cares
some
about
to
the
the
workers?
workers.
Donald Trump. So under his presidency, he struck a deal, and that's why it's not really on the news. I bet you didn't even know that they struck a deal, baby.
I didn't know. I didn't know that they struck a deal.
Because that's a good thing for Trump.
Yeah.
Because Trump probably got in there and said,
another
listen,
win.
you know you're making $1 trillion with these ports. You're going to spend $35 billion, and you're going to pay these guys.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause
100%.
that is our president. He cares about the working man. So all this winning, let's see how the Democrats are feeling. On video 2, this is how their week has been.
Yeah, this is tough sledding. It's tough sledding to be a Democrat right now.
I'm telling you, that lady was at a USAID.
USAID
Yeah,
rally. She's
I'm
at
telling
protest
you,
day in New
yeah,
York.
She's like, you know that's a freaking liberal Karen. She
Yeah.
just has the whole look going. I said, what is this, Connecticut? I was trying to see if I could tell the plates.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough sledding for the Democrats right now.
you.
That poor lady
They
just got
are
crushed.
they're not winning at anything, the liberals.
No,
they
they're not.
totally, the mainstream media is in the toilet.
Yeah,
But you know
100%.
why?
Why is that?
Because everybody is on to their BS now.
Yeah. Well, you know, you lied for so many years, and you went after this guy for everything, and it's really, it's so great. I think it's we have this video that about targeting the let's go to clip 24 because this is a good clip. I want to show this clip 24
Okay.
right here real quick.
What do you say to people who worry that targeting an individual firm or individuals who aren't Jack Smith for
Excuse
his
me,
actions?
I've been targeted for 4 years, longer than that. So you don't tell me about targeting. I was the target of corrupt politicians for 4 years, and then 4 years after that.
Yeah.
So don't talk to me about targeting.
And that's the biggest thing, is because they targeted him for so long. They went after him, made up lie after lie after lie, and bullshit story after bullshit story. They tied this dude up in court. They tried to put him in jail. Then they tried to kill him. That's right. I'll come out and say it. They tried to kill him, they went after this guy so bad, and he still won. He won massive. He slammed Kamala. And people are done with the bullshit. They're done with the lies from the media, and they'll still continue to lie. They'll say the tariffs are going to ruin the economy. You know, everything that will turn to shit. Everything will be bad. They'll continue to lie, but people obviously are not tuning into it anymore. MSNBC is losing all their viewership. CNN is losing all their viewership. People are done with the BS. They're done. They're turning it off, and they're going to the alternative media, and that's why we're in the press room now.
Carlos, they love to tell you exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
So let's go to video 3 and listen to Morning Joe telling you how upset they are that Donald Trump is actually communicating with the American people without them buffering it.
Let's go, video 3.
Well, and I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
Yeah.
That is our job to control what people think. That is our job to control.
Out and said it.
She's not saying it's our job to make sure that we report the news.
Right.
That wasn't what she said. She said it's our job to make sure that we control what people think.
Yeah.
She said it right out there.
Yep.
And that's why people are not listening to the mainstream media anymore, because after COVID, with all the lying that was going on and the 2020 election, come on, you know that they're in trouble.
Right.
The mainstream media is in trouble. And Caroline did the right thing by saying, we're going to have the alternative media here, and we're not going to have the same mainstream media BS controlling the narrative anymore.
100%.
It's over.
100%. It is. The gravy train is over for these people, right? And that's why the Europeans are mad. That's why the Canadians are mad. That's why the Ukrainians are now mad. The gravy train is over, right? The money has run out, and then we're done taking care of everybody. We're focusing on the American people first, and everybody's done with the bullshit and the lies all the time. Lie, 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 lie. That's why Morning Joe. Nobody watches Morning Joe anymore.
Well, Carlos, this is a perfect for our weekly lie of the week.
Oh, lie of the week.
Let's go to lie of the week.
Lie of the week this week is a wonderful clip here. Let's go. Clip 26.
Is very clearly a cognitive decline.
Okay.
That's what I'm referring to. It makes me uncomfortable.
You have no. I can't. That's so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
try and figure out an answer.
A cognitive decline.
Well, when you're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was
I think that you were mocking his stutter. Yeah, I think you were mocking his stutter, and I think you have absolutely no standing to diagnose somebody's cognitive decline. I would think that somebody in the Trump family would be more sensitive to people who do not have medical licenses diagnosing politicians from afar. Plenty of people have diagnosed your father from afar, and I'm sure it offends you.
So there's Jake Tapper, or Tapper, Jake Tapper going and saying there's no decline with Biden. How dare you say that there's a decline with Biden? Well, what does Jake Tapper do?
I heard he just wrote a book.
He does. He goes and writes a book, Original Sin, President Biden's Decline. It's cover-up and how his disastrous choice to run again. He comes out and writes a book all about the cover-up and the lie that Joe Biden is actually comparable and actually okay, and how they all lied for him. And
He's going to profit off of his lies.
Off of his lies.
So for years, he's lying to the American people, and now he's actually going to try to make a profit off of writing a book called Original Sin.
Original Sin.
I saw it today. I couldn't believe it. I said, this is the lie of the week.
Yeah, it is. It's
completely
lie of the week. It's completely lie of the week but that's what they do. They accuse you of exactly what you're doing. So if you came out and was like, Joe Biden is clearly not okay, they're like, you're an asshole. You're nasty. You're a terrible person.
You're not a doctor. You're not a doctor. That's what they used to say.
Write a book about how it was all true and they covered it up. That's what they're going to do. Get ready for when that movie comes out about COVID. How it was all a lie. That'll be our kids that will see that movie when that finally comes out and they reveal the truth about that shit.
Well, Trump X'd today, or Truth Social, as president who is being given credit for having the best opening month of any president in history, quite naturally, here comes the fake books and stories with the so-called anonymous or off-the-record quotes. At some point, I'm going to sue some of these dishonest authors and book publishers, or even media in general, to find out whether or not these anonymous sources even exist, which they largely do not. They are made up of can you say that word for me? Yeah. Defamatory fiction. Defamatory
fiction, yeah.
And a big price should be paid for this blatant dishonesty. I'll do it as a service to our country. Who knows? Maybe we will create some nice new law. That came today. And you know what? He's 100% right. After Jake Tapper yelling at Lara Trump, saying that she was pretty much a jerk for saying that Joe Biden was, out of it.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be profiting off of it.
Yep.
How insane is that?
It is.
But you know what? Even New Yorkers are starting to wake up.
New Yorkers are starting to wake up.
Let's look at video 4, because this video I love, because New Yorkers a lot of times are asleep at the wheel.
All right, let's.
How happy were you when Donald Trump won?
Yeah, overjoyed. It was finally happened. I mean, I'm kind of glad they stole the last one, because that's basically what happened, because it gave them 4 years to figure out really what the deal is and to sit back and now how to go down there and punch everybody in the goddamn face.
He's going to go down there. He's going to punch everybody in that goddamn face. I love that. Just right in their face. What's up?
And that's how Trump is. It's a New York attitude. So when people say, oh, Leesan, why are you yelling and screaming? It's not that I'm yelling and screaming. It's just that we're passionate people, New Yorkers.
New Yorkers are passionate people.
That's just how we are,
About everything. That's just, they're passionate about New York and about their future. And they're just passionate people on that island.
And you know what? New Yorkers like to win. That's the city that you go to be the greatest in the world.
It's true.
Whether it's in fashion, in finance, in music, in film, being dancers, like
sports,
in
the
art.
Yankees.
Yeah.
They've won the most.
Your buoy doesn't agree.
Your
buoy does not agree about that with the sports.
There.
I mean, let's not bring up the New York Giants.
Yeah. There was no need.
Do the Democrats have any solutions? Do the Democrats ever say anything positive to uplift Americans and try to say, you know what? Well,
Absolutely
we have plans too, and we have this vision for America. No, this is the Democrats' answer to battling Donald Trump. Let's go to video 5.
All right, let's go 5.
These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people, because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived, because how else do we get a Trump presidency again?
Did this lady come to our country to call us stupid?
That's what I'm getting.
She came here to this country to tell us that we're stupid. How dare she?
That gets you fired up, Coach.
It pisses me off, because she's from Somalia.
Yeah.
She comes here. She has a great life. And because we have had a great awakening where we're not stupid anymore, and we see the mainstream media for all the lies that they're giving us.
Right.
She, instead of saying, this is the vision I have of America, this is what I think we need to be doing, she's like, you know what the problem is? Not just Congress is stupid, Americans are stupid.
Well, one thing I've always noticed, and this is with all Democrats and all communists, their favorite line is, you know what your problem is? You're just not educated.
Oh, yeah.
That's their problem. You're not educated enough. We need to educate you. You're so uneducated. That's their favorite go-to line. You're so uneducated. And it's like, no, guys, we just see what's right in front of our face. It's blatant right in front of your face how poorly the Democrats' policies are, how poorly the Democrats operate, how poorly they do things. You didn't even pick your presidential nominee. You didn't pick them.
The problem is
that should be number one.
We're not stupid. That's the problem.
Exactly.
They wish we were stupid. So Bernie, to his credit,
There's no credit to Bernie Sanders. Zero credit.
What? I'm going to try to go back to my playbook. But the problem is that I'm a millionaire now. So now that I'm a millionaire, I have to go after the billionaires. So Bernie's doing a tour of the country. Let's watch video 6, please, Yabui.
All right, let's go 6.
I am once again asking for your financial support. I don't have to tell anybody that we're living in dangerous and unprecedented times.
Look at that coat.
We are fighting now against the oligarchs, Elon Musk and the others, who are essentially running the government, the richest people in the world. We're taking on Trump's movement toward authoritarianism, putting more and more power into his own hands, undermining the Congress, challenging the courts, not knowing what the Constitution is about.
Not knowing what the Constitution's
We are right
about.
now
Second
engaged in
term.
a major struggle to make sure that the Congress does not pass legislation which gives massive tax breaks to billionaires and then cuts Medicaid, education, and programs that working families desperately need. I am going to be running around this country along with others to rally the American people, to continue the fight for justice, to stand up to Trump and the authoritarianism that we are seeing.
What is it? The authoritism that we're seeing?
The authoritarianism, the oligarchs, because now that I'm a millionaire, I have to go after the oligarchs and the billionaires because I really have a lot of money myself now. So I'm not going to put down the millionaires anymore.
Right. You can't put down the millionaires. You're one of them.
Yeah.
One
and
of
if you
us.
could just send me $27, everybody just send me $27, and then I'll be able to fight Trump and the oligarchs and the billionaires. But I am a millionaire. So let's not focus on me being a millionaire from politics, that I became a public servant to become a millionaire.
Right.
But now let's go after the billionaires because we don't want anybody to be successful in this country. The only people who could be successful in this country are the people who are in Congress. That's
or
it.
in the government.
That's it. Only government workers, NGOs.
We don't need to be equal. We need to be trash equal together.
Right.
All bad.
Only the ruling
Equal.
class can have money.
Communist.
That's it.
That's what he is. He's just out and about communist. That's why he's independent, because he just can't blatantly just say that he's the communist. So he's
Oh
an
my
independent.
gosh. He's such an
Such a piece
embarrassment.
of shit.
But that's it. The Democrats
guy.
turn the page. Remember that lady? Turn the page.
Turn the page.
Turn the page. Well, he rolled out an oldie goodie, which worked for him back in 2016.
That was his go-to.
You know, he almost beat Hillary, but they stole that election because, everybody's so stupid on the Democrat side.
Well, speaking about an old playbook.
Yeah.
You know what the old playbook is for the Democrats?
What?
And this is a little dicey, but you know what the old playbook is?
What?
They like to play the race card.
They love
A
to play
lot.
the race card. Yeah.
They love to play the race card a lot. And how, the Democrats, they're for, the black community. They're all about the black community. They're all about, the Hispanic community. And the Republicans and Trump, they're all white supremacists. They hate, that's what they love to go to. Well, this was an interesting video that Trump has brought in a pardon czar.
Yes.
To go after people. Or not to go after people, but to find people who were wrongfully put on death row. Let's show this video. I want to jump over to this video. This was good. No, not Eric Adams. We're going to get to Eric Adams.
Yeah,
This is
but that's
crazy
actually
town. But I want to just touch, because that's something. Speaking of old playbooks, they love to play the race game. So
well, Trump is looking for solutions while they're trying to capitalize on problems. That's what it is.
that's 100% the truth. Let's go clip 7 right here. This was good.
So Donald Trump just pardoned a black woman, a real black woman.
I went to prison in 1996. They sentenced me to life plus 25 years as a first-time nonviolent offender.
And then he turned around and said, "You're now in charge of who gets pardoned."
Alice Johnson. She spent 22 years in prison. 22 years. She had another 22 years left. Can you believe it? You've been an inspiration to people. And we're going to be listening to your recommendation on pardons. You're going to go over and she's going to be my pardon czar. Okay?
Pardon czar.
People just like you that should not have happened.
So you mean to tell me a person that's been mistreated by the justice system, really mistreated by the justice system, now gets to go look at other people who possibly have been mistreated by the same justice system and recommend them for pardons?
I mean, but they won't show you that on the mainstream media. Of course, we have to see that on TikTok, because they'll never talk about stories like that, because it's against the narrative that Trump hates all black people. Trump he's a white supremacist.
Well,
it's
Carlos,
just BS.
You know what you should show? You should show Eric Adams' video now.
Oh, boy.
Because if you're a black Democrat and you don't do what the party tells you to do and have a brain of your own, they attack you. And let's show what Eric Adams is going through right now in
All
New
right,
York.
let's show it. Mayor of New York
Because
City,
they're
Eric
attacking him.
Adams.
It's disgusting.
Let's show it. Clip 27, Yabui.
So, this is a biblical moment. You know, when Jesus was on the cross, he said, God, forgive them, for they know not what they do. All these Negroes who are asking me to step down, God, forgive them.
Oh.
Are you stupid?
That's an Ilion quote. Ilion Omar quote.
Are you stupid?
He's campaigning right now.
He's campaigning right
now. But you know what? Because you're not allowed to have your own independent thought.
Yeah.
So it's like you, and then what do? They accuse the Republicans of that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they do. Exactly what they do.
Exactly. They accuse you of exactly what they're doing.
Exactly.
But we've been saying that for months. We've been saying that for months. And you know who else is saying that?
Who?
The deputy chief of the FBI, new Dan Bongino,
Another
deputy
New
chief.
Yorker.
Another New Yorker. Let's go clip 9, deputy chief.
Folks, they always accuse you of what they're doing. And because they're terrified that their tyranny's not going to continue if Donald Trump wins, they're now doing this simple distraction technique that has appealed to useful idiots for a long time and been used by commies, socialists, Soviets. They've used it forever. They just blame you for exactly what they're doing.
That's what they do. They blame you for exactly what they're doing.
Bongino.
Which, let me tell you, if you're a Democrat leader, you should be shitting your pants right now because they're coming. Kash Patel, Dan Bongino. The time is now, baby. People are going to jail, and they're gonna find the lies and expose the lies that they've been pushing out for years, and expose the bullshit that's been going backdoor right now.
Well, you know the Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio. He confronted a former Capitol Police officer, Michael Fanone.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to see this video. It is video.
This was intense. Video 8.
Video 8.
Yes, clip 8. Yeah, this was an intense video.
About
Cover
January
your ear,
6th.
kids.
You guys are brave on the sentence and you shot them. You laughed for like that 22 fucking years. Now you don't even want to look in my eyes. You fucking coward. You were a coward that day. You were a coward after.
Just go home. Just go home. You're a traitor to this country.
Yeah, so are you,
You're a traitor to this country.
You're a fucking traitor, piece of shit. That's why they fired your ass, and that's why your own people turned on you, you piece of shit. You and your fucking boy over here. You fucking failure. And the other one's another fucking failure. A little failure. Run from me, motherfucker. Run from me.
He's not staying in the hotel. He's trespassing.
You fucking piece of shit.
Well, you know why? Because January 6th, Kash Patel is in there. And if there was anything that went on, it is going to be exposed. And let me tell you, you don't go and confront a Capitol Police officer, a former Capitol Police officer.
Yeah, former, because he got fired.
Unless you're pissed off because you know that you were framed.
Yeah.
And you know that we showed the video of how they arrested that guy and then they were fist pumping each other after when they found that hidden video.
Because it's fake. It was totally fake. It was staged. They let them in.
It is going to come out. It is going to come out. And I am so happy that the people are starting to tell the truth now. And people are going to see it and be like, you know what? That is the truth.
Well,
it was a lie.
Thank God that they got Kash Patel in there and they got Dan Bongino in there. And hopefully the FBI gets a big turnover because we cannot allow them to destroy evidence.
Well, that's what they're
that's
doing
the
right
rumor.
now.
Yeah, is that they're destroying evidence.
That's what I heard. If we go to video 22, there's a guy who was just talking about that.
Yes, on the Benny Johnson show, he was talking about it. So let's go clip 22.
I'll give you a big one that I heard recently, which was already passed on, is that there are FBI servers that are sort of standalone, and people inside the FBI have been working night and day to destroy files on these servers. And I was told that once these files are destroyed, the way they are set up, that even Elon Musk could not restore them.
Even Elon Musk could not restore them.
That's what they've been doing. We were even
SpaceX
joking
guy.
around about it. Remember, we were even joking about saying, "Oh, they're at at Washington right now, burning everything, trying to destroy everything."
Yeah, because this is a turnover. Times are changing. People are going to go to jail. People are going to jail this time, guys. That's what's going to happen. Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, they're going to find the people who are stealing the money, who are creating these false claims, who are trying to get Trump in jail, who tried to shoot at Trump. They're going to find these people, and they're going to find the stories behind it, and they're going to put these people to jail. There's no, getting away with it this time.
Well, the media keeps continuing to attack Elon Musk, attack DOGE, and it's a flop. It's not working. Flop. They're trying to trigger people, and people are supporting everything that Donald Trump is doing right now.
Yep.
When you have a job, you have to show your work.
Right.
It's normal to have a status report. So the American
100%.
people are like, that's normal. You have to show a status report. That's normal that you have to check in with your boss and show him what you're doing. Like everything, that's normal that you have to have a budget.
Yep.
So, Carlos, there was a new poll by Harvard Caps and a Harvard Caps Harris poll, and it reveals that the majority of the country backs Donald Trump and DOGE.
Yeah. Of course they do. Ma, of course the numbers support it. That's what the people voted for.
Yeah.
He came out, and we showed the clip last week. He came out, and he is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. There's no if and buts. There's no, he said he was going to do this, but now he's doing this. He is doing exactly what he told you he was going to do. And he's following it to his word, and he's finding the wasteful spending. I know people are whining and crying, oh, this person lost their job. This person lost their job. Listen, I'm sorry. We spend so much money. We have $39 trillion in debt. We have 330 million Americans in this country. Well, most of us are paying taxes. Why are we so far in debt? Where is the money going? And we're following the money now. And we're cutting jobs that we don't need to have. We're cutting things that we don't need to have. And the DOE, Department of Education, is next. I don't understand why it's still around. That thing needs to be gone because I'm sick and tired of paying for shit that we do not need. I'm sick and tired of paying for the illegals. That's getting taken care of. Tom Homan's kicking ass. Watch CPAC. He freaking kicked ass on stage there. And then we need to start cutting the wasteful spending and getting people out. Enough is enough.
Well, 81% of Americans supporting all the illegal immigrants.
Damn right.
That's 81%. So whoever doesn't support it, is a never Trumper, that they're suffering from TDS. When 76% support a full-scale effort to find and eliminate fraud and waste in government.
Right.
That's just something that's common sense.
Yes.
69%, I'm surprised it's this low, support keeping men out of women's sports.
I don't understand. What is it? 60? What is it? 63%?
69% support keeping men out of women's sports.
Why? Why don't you support that? What is the non-supporting? Please, somebody tell me why you wouldn't support that.
I don't know, but look, 6 in 10 say that he's doing a better job than Biden. Almost half of Americans believe the U.S. economy is strong under President Trump, the highest number since 2021. Yeah, when he left office. And Americans are significantly more optimistic about the direction of the country, with those who say we're on the right track, up 14% since last month.
Yeah.
This is a Harvard poll. Okay? That's a liberal institution. You can't say like this is a Fox News or a Breitbart or a Steve Bannon poll. Okay?
Right. It's a liberal think tank.
I mean, it is. And 61% support reciprocal tariffs.
Yep.
But the one that made me the happiest, I have to say, is that for me, over half the country supports direct negotiations with Russia to end the war in Ukraine at 60%. That's over half the country.
Guys.
Over half the country wants this war to end. And they support Trump talking to Vladimir Putin.
Yeah. It needs to end. It needs to end. This is a war that has no business continuing to go on. It's a war that has been filled with lies and money laundering and deceit and just, it's such crap. I mean, even Zelensky, the great Zelensky even said they sent me $177 billion. I only got 77 bill. Where's the rest of the 100 bill?
That guy is such a liar. We have to show video 11 with Marco Rubio talking about Zelensky and trying to negotiate with him over the rare earths. Oh, I'm sorry. Video number 11, please.
There we go. We're looking for the number
there. Sorry about that.
11? Yeah, I got 11 in there. It's there. Clip 11. Trump is upset with Zelensky.
Well, we remember seeing Zelensky. Well, the whole deal is that Marco Rubio is trying to work out a deal with Zelensky, and Zelensky says one thing in front of his face and then goes behind his back and does something totally different.
Yeah.
He's not a man of his word.
Right.
He's like a complete liar.
Yep. He is. He is a complete liar.
You Bowie, do you think we could show video 12? Because according to Zelensky, none of it was a loan. He never said he wanted to borrow money, but here he is.
There should be some level of gratitude here about this. And when you don't see it and you see him out there accusing the president of living in a world of disinformation, that's very counterproductive. And I don't need to explain to you or anybody else. President Trump's not the kind of person that's going to sit there and take that. He's very transparent. He's going to tell you exactly how he feels. And he sent a message that he's not going to get gamed here. He's willing to work on peace because he cares about Ukraine. And he hopes Zelensky will be a partner in that and not someone who's out there putting the sort of counter messaging to try to, hustle us in that regard.
He's a hustler.
Yeah, he is a hustler.
He's a con man.
He is. Zelensky is like I said, it's the war itself is the biggest lie. And honestly, the war would have never have happened if he didn't join NATO.
Well, we had the head of NATO last week said that Vladimir Putin went up to him and said, if you don't have NATO in Ukraine, we're not going to have a war.
Mm-hmm.
That was the bottom line.
Yep.
But
100%.
what happened? NATO had to say, oh no, we're going to move it to Ukraine. They started undermining Ukrainian elections back in 2014. That's why the pardons go back to 2014.
Yep.
Because of all the crooked business that was going on in Ukraine. So Zelensky, he makes a lot of deals and then he goes back on it. Let's see video 13.
All right, let's go 13.
If you can't give us some financial support, okay, please give us a credit and we will give you back money.
Right?
No,
we will give you back money. We will give it back
We'll give you back money.
But
Except the Americans. We're not going to give you back shit.
But oh no, I'm sorry. That is a grant. That wasn't a loan. That was a grant.
That was a grant. Well, we have that video 11 now. I mean, let's go.
No. Let's not go back.
Right,
we don't want to go back.
All right, let's go. Let's keep going then. Let's keep going. Well, this one was good too. Let's see here.
Well, you know what happened? So there's a whole big, for lack of a better word, shit show going on.
Yeah.
Because Trump doesn't want to finance this war anymore.
Right.
And now Zelensky is working with the EU.
Yes, he is working with the EU.
So while Zelensky's working with the EU, President Macron came to D.C. to talk to Donald Trump.
Yes.
So these two had a very weird greeting.
This was a very weird greeting. Let's go clip 15 and show this greeting. This was very weird. Just
and he's like, okay, dude, you can let go.
He's like, oh, thank you. It was just like a who's your daddy type of thing.
He looks like he just wants to be like, I just want to punch him right in the face right now.
Just want to kick your ass. I mean, but listen, Trump is showing everybody that the U.S. is top dogs again, and we're not just going to be everybody's little pawn and pay everybody's bills. And he's showing that we're top dog. We're the United States of America, and no, you're not messing with us anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, the whole deal with Ukraine and this rare earths deal. I mean, they said they've been close for a while. I know Trump said that they're very close. There have been reports that some say that the deal is done. I saw a couple reports saying that Zelensky will step down to get the deal done. Now, I think it's very.
I think Zelensky's lying.
Yeah.
I have to say, first of all, I think he's a drug addict.
Oh, wow.
That's my opinion. I don't know if it's a fact, but I think he's a drug addict. And cokeheads, they like to talk shit.
Oh, coke.
So I think that Zelensky's like, I borrowed the money. And then after I borrowed the money, I said, I'm not paying you back the money. So then I told Trump, I told the EU, I said, I'm going to go to Trump and I'm going to talk to him and then we're going to get the money. You don't worry. I'll say. So
and another sniff.
Then he's going to come to the U.S.
Yeah.
And I really feel like he's going to start backpedaling once he's here. I don't really believe that he's going to sign the deal for the rare earths.
You don't think he's going to sign the deal?
No, I don't. I think he's coming here. But he just met with the EU yesterday, and then the same day, I'm coming. We're going to do the deal. Either they don't have the money, and he's like, shit, I really need the money. Or they're like, you know what we can do? Let's come up with some kind of scheme. And I feel like maybe he's going to come to the U.S. to embarrass Trump and say, he's not such a deal maker, That's what I think.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think he's realizing that the funds aren't there for him and with the Europe.
Well,
Europe doesn't have any money. Europe's bankrupt. And that's what people don't understand. People don't get that. Europe is poor, guys. Europe is a poor continent. It is a very poor continent. They're not rich. They don't have a bunch of money. They're very poor in Europe. So to think that you're going to say, F Trump, I'm not going to go with the Americans and Europe will fund my war is crazy town. Because let me tell you something. The Germans ain't cutting that check. The Germans are not going to cut you a check to go fight the Russians.
But I don't think they're relying on Germany. I think they're relying on Great Britain.
They're all relying on Germany, though. They're all relying on Germany because Germany bankrolls the EU.
Well, Carlos,
they bankroll the European Union.
Now, if we listen to Macron, his whole deal is that they confiscated a lot of wealth from the Russians and they froze a lot of assets. So they plan on bankrolling Zelensky with all the frozen assets. That's their plan in Europe right now.
We'll see.
I mean, do you want to show like video 17 with Macron?
See. All right, let's show Macron video 17.
Different than the other. You can take the proceeds from it. How can you not take
Because
that?
it's very different. You keep the assets, you take the proceeds because they are paralyzed in a certain way. You take the proceeds during the wartime.
The proceeds?
But you keep the assets, and it's part of the negotiation at the end of the war. Because, I mean, this war costed all of us a lot of money. And this is the responsibility of Russia, because the aggressor is Russia.
Should the U.S. be compensated?
So at the end of the day, this frozen asset should be part of the negotiation, all in all.
Will France support the U.S. being compensated?
I support the idea to have Ukraine first being compensated because they are the ones to have lose a lot of their fellow citizens and being destroyed by this attack. Second, all of those who paid for could be compensated, but not by Ukraine, by Russia, because they were the one to aggress.
Again, just so you understand, Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No.
One different than the other.
He's like, no, we don't get our money back. But he's trying to pretend like the war started when Russia went into Ukraine.
Exactly.
Not the truth, where this war really started in 2014.
In 2014.
When they were undermining the Ukrainian elections, they got rid of the rightful person who was elected.
Yes.
And they've been fooling around and poking the bear, because Russia's a bear. They've been poking the bear since 2014. And Putin is like, listen, I'm going to keep ignoring it. I'm going to keep ignoring it. But I'm going to draw the line at NATO coming to Ukraine.
Right. No, that I agree with you.
It started in 2014. And that's exactly 100%. What's happening in Romania right now. Do you know that they arrested the guy who was rightfully elected in Romania today?
That's
today.
That's crazy town.
It's the same playbook. The same playbook that they're using because they're desperate. And it's like, I feel like these people are dying to start World War III.
How do you even say that name? Kalin Georgescu? Is that how you say that? The president, the far-right politician who led Romania's recently canceled presidential election, has been detained for questioning by Romanian prosecutors. The investigation focuses on financing of his election campaign amid allegations of foreign, particularly Russian influence. Georgian supporters have also been subject to police raids, uncovering weapons, cash, and cryptocurrency, sparking a widespread political debate and public protests in Romania. Interesting. That's I mean, Georgian people are a little fired up because they just had an election and they had their president elected that's a big supporter of Russia and supporter of Putin.
Well, you know what? He won the election, so they canceled the election, and now they're arresting him. Sound familiar when they tried to arrest Trump, even here in the United States?
Listen, I have to be honest with you, and this is how I honestly feel. I think that the U.S., as of right now, we need to just stop with this BS involving ourselves in the East. Like the East, like the East part of the world, like the United States is we need to focus on ourselves and stop worrying about what's going on in that part of the country.
That's exactly what Trump is saying.
Let the Russians deal with that shit, man. That's their territory. Let the Russians deal with that.
With Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe, exactly. We don't need to be involved over there. There's no reason that Ukraine needs to be a part of NATO. It really doesn't. It doesn't make any difference to us.
Well, Tucker Carlson had Bob Amsterdam on, and he revealed the truth about the Zelensky government in Ukraine. You know how we're supposed to be defending them because they're a democracy? Well, Yabui, please show video 18 because this is what's really going on in Ukraine.
Show them what's going on with Ukraine.
they've committed a lot of violence. A lot of people have been killed. Non-combatants have been killed by the Zelensky government.
Beaten our priests, beaten our parishioners, and I have this all on video. If you go to SaveTheUOC.com, you will see the videos of our parishioners being beaten. These are the elderly parents of people at the front fighting for the liberation and protection of Ukraine, being beaten very often by SBU, that's their secret police, wearing death masks with Nazi insignias on their arm. So the fact that he's destroyed civil society, he's destroyed a free media, he jails or sanctions or charges with treason his opponents. We're supposed to ignore all of that, because if we mention it, or if I stand on a soapbox to scream that he's jailing and torturing priests, we are somehow disentitled to speak.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally trying to get rid of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church because he feels that it's too close to the Russian Orthodox Church. That's a religion.
That's a religion.
That's a religion. If you're a democracy, you don't. So he's trying to have state-run religion.
Yeah.
So this guy destroyed the free media.
Mm-hmm.
He has secret police going into churches. He stopped elections.
Yeah.
He jails or sanctions anybody with treason,
Treason.
who opposes him. Treason. Sorry, treason.
There you go. There you go. Got it out there.
He refuses to have a fair election.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is a dictator, and Trump was 100% right when he called Zelensky the dictator of Ukraine.
100%.
Okay?
100%.
He spoke the truth, as usual, because that's what Trump does. He tells the truth.
He does. He does. And he tells you exactly how it is. But that's again, another New Yorker trait.
Mhm.
We're just going to tell you how it is. This is how it is. This is the situation. And we're not playing by, the BS. We're going to just handle it straightforward. And that's where people don't like, the way Trump speaks. Oh, I'm professional. Listen, he's not going to kiss your ass. He's just going to tell you this is bullshit and we're not doing this anymore. Like that's just how he is. That's how he's going to say it. But this was a story that was just so unbelievably disgusting, in my opinion. And I know you were disgusted too. Was the story, as everybody knows, speaking of wars, Hamas and Israel's ceasefire.
Oh, gosh.
And Saturday, they had a exchange of hostages, bringing hostages' bodies, and they were supposed to bring the bodies back of a woman and her 2 babies, and then another gentleman, and they sent back a fake body.
Yeah.
They sent back the fake body of the mother, and it's just so disgusting. Let's show clip 19 really quick. This is just so disgusting for people who don't know what they did. Hamas.
Hamas terrorists handed over the bodies of what they said were 4 deceased hostages on Thursday, and they were supposed to be the bodies of Shiri Bibas, her 2 sons, Ariel and Kafir, and Oded Lifshitz. But after testing the bodies, Israeli forensic specialists said they could confirm the identities of only Shiri's 2 sons and Oded Lifshitz. They said the other body was that of an unidentified woman, not Shiri Bibas.
An unidentified woman. They sent over a body. So don't you even care about your own people?
No.
Like, whose body did you send over? Like, doesn't that person have the dignity of a real funeral?
They
that
don't.
you just throw another body in there and try to pass it off as this woman?
Yeah.
Like, that is so disgusting
It
to
is.
me.
It's it's savagery. It's animal behavior. It's disgusting. And but we talked about this last week too, is when you're raised in the culture of you're just going to hate Jews. The Jews are evil. They're not disgusting.
But that's even their own person
but
that they stuck in the
don't
box.
care. It's an animal action.
But
That's what it is.
What I found so offensive, though, is that was their own people that they stuck in the box to pass off for that woman.
Yeah, they don't care.
I mean, that is such a horrendous, that kind of turned my whole attitude. I was like, you know what? There's not respect for the living. There's not even respect for the dead of their own people, unless it's their chosen people who they care about. Let's show the video of the funeral with the going over the head.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let's show.
Wait till you see
Israel
this crowd for this Hamas
is
leader.
getting fired up. Let's see this. Clip 20. Little flyover there.
They do the flyover because they wanted to send them a message. That was a giant stadium for that guy's funeral.
Huge stadium.
So for his funeral, you have a huge stadium to pay their respects. But for whatever woman was from Gaza that you just threw in the box to pretend to be the Jewish lady, the mother, That was so disgusting to me.
It was, yeah, it is. It's,
No
it's
respect,
absolutely
no
disgusting.
like you have to have dignity for life.
Yeah.
And when there's remains, you have to respect them. You don't just throw, oh, you know what, let's just take this lady, throw it in a box and give it to Israel and, hope that they fall for it, that this is the Bibi mother, right? Is that her name?
Yeah. I mean, but listen, like it's just Palestine and that whole strip, it's just that the idea that they can live together in harmony, it's never going to happen. When you have the mindset like this, it will never work. It'll never happen. I mean, they had let's see, they had.
Well, I think that's why Trump did that Trump Gaza.
Yeah.
I think he was like, you know what,
100%.
I'm going to throw this video out there because it has been a horrendous place for so long. They can't figure out how to get along. They can't even exchange bodies nicely. So we're going to turn it into Trump's Gaza. Get involved.
Yeah.
Get involved. Come on. So let's do video 21.
Yes.
Because we have the son of one of the Hamas leaders,
right,
who himself does not agree with this entire
Mossab
movement.
Hassan Yosef is the son of Hassan Yosef, the founding leader of Hamas. So let's take a look at what he had to say.
Doing anything about it. Threatening our way of life, our freedom, and accusing us of things that they have been doing. Genocide, colonialism, occupation, ethnic cleansing. They have been doing this for 1,400 years. And people here in the West start buying the narrative. And I say false narrative lead to violence.
And the false narrative is that these people want to live in harmony. That's the false narrative.
Well, he says that Palestine is a very dangerous concept, and it depends on the destruction of Israel. Because he says Palestine is not a race. He says we are Arabs.
Right.
That's one of the things. You have to listen to the speech. It's over 20 minutes long, but it goes through the whole history. And he even brings up 1987, how they used to have this beautiful place in Gaza, and they all decided that they were going to start killing Jews. They started with that river to the sea, and all of a sudden, this whole death culture just took over.
Right.
I really think anybody, if you have 20 minutes of your time and you want to really understand the root of this conflict,
absolutely,
you have to go and check out his video.
Yeah, you have to, because it really breaks down the idealism of the people in Palestine and how they think. Because it really is not about growing Palestine. It is completely about how can we destroy Israel and the Jews. That's how it is.
He said terrorists say, free, free Palestine. Decent people say, free, free the hostages.
Yeah. They had their equal opportunity in 1948 to establish an Arab state, but instead they invested their entire energy and entire lives for the destruction of Israel, not for the construction of Palestine.
No, they're murderers. We did the whole martyr thing last week, how like they get paid to kill Jews. Like they literally make money to kill Jews.
They do. They do, 100%.
And another story that disturbed me is that over 50 Christians in Africa were beheaded last week.
Yeah.
You think the mainstream media covered it?
Would be
they don't
something.
want to talk about 50 Christians in Africa being killed because you know why? It's okay to kill Christians.
Right, of course.
Let's kill Russian Christians. Let's kill Ukrainian Christians. Let's kill 50 Christians in Africa.
Yep.
Let's just kill all the Christians. And in the Middle East, it's great because we'll have the Muslims kill the Jews could kill the Muslims, and then the Christians could all be collateral damage because the Christians are always getting killed all over the place and nobody cares. Nobody cares, Carlos, and that is the truth.
It's true.
You know?
100%. Well, this must be interesting, and I know you probably get fired up about this, that the WHO is on the brink of collapse. Coach, you're all about the destruction of WHO.
It's all Trump's fault, they said. Now that the U.S. has backed out from giving them money, the WHO is going to completely collapse.
Yes.
They're doing all of China's bidding. Let China pay for it.
Right.
Right?
The Chinese apparently have all the money, so listen, pay it out.
The WHO that locked us in our houses. The WHO that told us to BS with the masks, with this, that, and the other thing. I mean, what they did during COVID is a crime.
Yeah.
And I really hope that movie does come out and people do see all the criminal activity and all the evil deeds that were done to perpetuate that lie and get us all in line.
I really hope so, that they make a movie eventually and it all comes out how much of a lie COVID was, because it really was the biggest freaking lie to steal the election. That's what it was for. It was a designed plot to steal that 2020 election. And thank God, they stole it. People saw the lies, and now we have the end result.
Well,
Like, that's what it is.
Let me tell you, no, the lockdown would have lasted forever in Connecticut if they could have gotten away with it, to be honest with you. Those people never,
no doubt about it.
They never really wanted to end that lockdown. They loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
But I have to say, liberalism is a mental disorder. And I know it gets people very angry
Oh,
when I say
liberalism
that.
is a mental
But
disorder.
there
You liberal
is
mental disorder
this
person,
kind
you.
I swear the people at MK Ultra, like I really think Yale is there and like they hypnotize people and they were like, how can we get everybody to think the same? You have to think with the group. Don't step out of the group. You have to think with the group.
One of us.
Yeah, like it is the craziest mindset place. Like you're not even allowed to have your own independent thought.
Absolutely.
So there was a story this week that I said I have to share with people.
Okay.
And it comes straight from Connecticut.
The wonderful state of Connecticut. Clap it up, all you Connecticut livers. Everybody living in Connecticut. How great your state is. It's the best state ever, Connecticut. Live or die, Connecticut. Yeah, sorry,
Well, let's go to video 23 to refresh your memories.
All right, let's talk about this wonderful story.
A vigil is being held in Bridgeport tonight in memory of a homeless man who fell victim to a murder.
45-year-old Toon Gonzalez was bludgeoned to death with an axe last December. And then the unthinkable happened. Police say his alleged killer then ate some of his remains.
That suspect was arrested earlier this week by police in Florida. News.
Caught in Florida.
Caught in Florida. Ran away. We had to
Relocated
catch
to
him.
Florida faster than we did. He ate that guy, and then he was like, "Oh, I need to go to Florida."
Well, he ate some of his brains, so maybe,
And his eye.
Yeah. Oh my
and then
God.
washed it down with sake.
It's so
and then washed it down with sake.
It's so bad.
So Tyree Smith, dubbed the cannibal killer by a local journalist, was granted a conditional release Friday by the Nutmeg State Psychiatric Security Review Board, meaning he's going to be allowed to leave Connecticut Valley Hospital in Middletown. It's been 10 years. He literally killed somebody with an axe, ate the brain, ate the eyeball, but the decision was made after the doctors who've been treating Smith said he's fully rehabilitated thanks to the medications that quelled the voices inside his head.
He's fully rehabilitated.
And then listen to this.
The fucking guy ate somebody.
To quote the director there, he is a joy. He is considered a support to other people here.
He's a joy. He's a
The
joy.
psychiatrist. Can you imagine? I'm thinking, I'd be acting real happy around him so he doesn't eat me. If every time he came in the room, I'd be like, hey,
What's up, man? Don't eat me, man. Don't eat me. What are you doing with that Chick-fil-A sauce?
I mean, that woman, right?
Yeah.
Was going to do her whole life in prison for a nonviolent crime, thanks
Yep.
to liberalism as a mental
Yep.
disorder. And then this guy gets out of jail in 10 years.
Gets
The
out of
pardon
jail.
czar was going to spend her whole life in jail if it wasn't for President Donald Trump to get her out of jail for a nonviolent crime. And then this guy, who literally was an axe murderer,
Yep.
out of the psychiatric hospital in 10 years. Because he's a joy.
Ma, they're talking in California, another liberal state, of releasing the Menendez brothers. Releasing them. Free to go.
I'm telling you, the people are so crazy.
Like, it's just so warped. The liberal has just such a warped sense of right and wrong and morality and the like being a human being. Like, they're just, but you know what it is? You know what it all comes down to? They don't have God.
They don't have God.
They have no morality. They have no compass.
Well, they replaced God with politics.
Yes.
And with this
Yep.
whole relativism. And then if they all tell each other the same bullshit and convince each other that it's okay, like letting an axe murderer out of a hospital after 10 years,
Yep.
then it's okay. But somebody on X cracked me up and said, if Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy were alive and imprisoned in Connecticut, they would not only be released, they would be state senators, and Ted Bundy would be the Speaker of the House.
I mean, it's true. It's true. Kenwa Crump in chat says, hey, he didn't eat all of him. Conditional release.
You know, that's
Excellent beverage
that's actually
choice.
a good point. Yeah.
Excellent beverage choice.
He only ate, the eye and part of the brain.
It's just, it's really such an unbelievable story. And you know what's even crazier too, and everybody getting fired up about DOGE and how you have to send a progress report to DOGE. What did you do, right? What are you doing? We're paying you for, give them a little progress report. So apparently it comes out that in the NSA, they have sex chats, sex group chats, where they're all sexting each other.
Yeah.
And the group chats on their government phones and government tech.
Well, Tulsi Gabbard, that's the first thing she had to do. Imagine, she's thinking that she has all these important things to do and she has to stop the group sex chat.
The group sex chat.
The group sex chat with all like this deviant fetish behavior that's going on at the NSA.
It's unbelievable.
These people are wackadoos.
Maybe Matt Gaetz should have been in the group. I mean, he's all about that crazy stuff.
Don't diss Matt Gaetz.
He should have been right in there with him.
I like Matt Gaetz. Let's not diss him, okay? He's, he's a little bit of a,
It's really just crazy stuff what's going on in Washington.
Well, it's indicative of America because you have people who want to do great things.
Yes.
Like you say, you have God, you have people who have forgiveness.
Right.
You have people who, if you don't agree with them, the only thing you can do is just call them stupid. You don't try to reason with them. That's part of the reason why we do the show.
Yeah.
Is because we want to reason with people. We want to show you what's going on that you wouldn't normally see because we love this country.
Right, exactly.
We really love this country.
We do.
And one of the things that surprised me was a video that you showed me from an actor.
Yes.
Who's in like a lot of movies that like you like.
He's very big right now.
Yeah.
He's a really big up and coming actor. Timothy Chalamet
Mhm.
is his name. Very big up and coming actor. He's been in a ton of projects, and recently he was just in the Bob Dylan biopic that's up for Best Picture. He's up for Best Actor. He's up for a lot of awards. Shout out the Oscars live Sunday night, March 2nd.
I'm not watching that shit.
Oh, come on. We got to watch the
I'm not
Oscars. We got to watch
watching
it. We got to watch it. But anyway, Timothy Chalamet, he just won a SAG award, I think it is, the SAG award.
Whatever.
But he goes up
Mhm.
and he delivers a speech about how he wants to be the best.
Mhm.
And he has been just getting torched for it. So let's show some of the speech here, clip 28, and then we'll talk about it.
Classiest thing would be to downplay the effort that went into this role and how much this means to me. But the truth is, this was 5.5 years of my life. I poured everything I had into playing this incomparable artist, Mr. Bob Dylan, a true American hero. And it was the honor of a lifetime playing him. It's an honor I share with Monica, Elle, Edward, the entire cast who, in a genre, doing a biopic that could be perhaps tired. Everyone gave it their all. So I'm deeply grateful to them. And lastly, I can't downplay the significance of this award because it means the most to me. And I know we're in a subjective business, but the truth is I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there. So I'm deeply grateful to that. This doesn't signify that, but it's a little more fuel. It's a little more ammo to keep going. Thank you so much.
I think I know why the liberals don't like that.
Why is that, Coach?
Make America great again.
Make America great
Right
again.
there, he's saying, I want to be a great actor.
Yeah.
And that's probably what triggered. They heard the word great and they were like,
Yeah.
oh my God, my TDS has been activated.
Yeah.
No. My TDS.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
They heard, I want to be the best at my craft. I want to
He
be
said
number
great.
one. Yeah.
I want to be great.
Great.
And that's the problem, is that Trump is about making America great again.
Yep.
And it's like an evil thing.
Yeah.
Like you talking about the Department of Education, that has been in doubt. Like, you're not in a great country. This country, like from
Yeah.
a young age,
Yes.
you're told you're a piece of crap because you're American.
Yeah.
Because this country is just such a horrible country.
Mhm.
Like, there's
Amen.
nothing great or redeemable about the United States of America. Like, that's constantly the attitude
Yeah.
that is being given to so many people.
100%.
So to hear somebody say, I want to be great,
Right.
how dare you want to work hard at anything? You're supposed to get high, watch the Netflix, and do nothing with
Right.
your life.
Yep.
That's the culture of the American spirit
Mm-hmm.
under Joe Biden.
Yeah.
During COVID, right? What did they encourage? All you did was like get
Stay
high,
home.
drink alcohol,
Yeah.
don't leave your house, and just watch Netflix.
Yep. Watch Tiger King.
I mean, seriously, that is like that's
Yeah.
it. And it
Watch
was like
Tiger King.
or Bridgerton.
Or oh gosh,
Who enjoyed
Coach,
that
no,
one?
You're the only one. Yeah,
I
you're about
loved
Bridgerton. Yeah, got you going there.
But Carlos,
Jesus Christ.
I have to say, I am all for making America great again.
Yes, everybody should. Everybody should be.
Exactly.
Everybody should be for making America great. We want to be great, guys. This is the United States of America. We want to be the best nation in the world. That's what it's all about, man. Pursuing that American dream, being the best that you can be, going after your dreams, being better than the parents before you, and then your kids being better than you. That's what it's all about, guys. Is growing, growth, becoming the best version of yourselves and the best person you can be for your country. That's what it's all about. And the liberals hate that. The Democrats hate that. They try to turn you away from that. They try to teach you that you're a piece of shit for being American. They take you away from God. Exactly. Screw religion. Screw the Catholic Church. Screw this. Screw that. That's what they all talk about. Shout out the Pope. And that's what they try to do.
Yeah.
They try to bury you and take it away. And that's a result of the Department of Education and the public school system, unfortunately. And that's how it's been. We need to turn, as the Democrats like to say, turn the page. That's what we need to do. Turn the page. Let's get back to being the best. Let's get back to spread this message. Get this out there. Guys, it's time to be the best. We want to be number one. It's time to be feeling good about chanting USA again. It's time to feel good about singing your national anthem. That's what we need to get back to. So let's turn the page and get back to living like that. That's what it's all about.
And don't be ashamed for wanting to be the best person that you can be.
Yep.
It says it right in the Pledge of Allegiance, individual, right?
Yep. That's true. Yeah, I got to think about the Pledge of Allegiance there for a second. I had to recite it in my head. But yeah, guys, listen, thank you guys all for so much for tuning in. We had a ton of viewership between X, Rumble, and YouTube. Guys,
Maybe
thank you
it's
so much.
Like we're not supposed to be
One
divided.
nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, one
That's the
nation
line.
under God, indivisible, not individual.
Not individual. I was trying to recite that in my head. I was like, where is that line? Yeah, yeah.
So
one
stop
nation under
dividing
God,
us.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Shout out under God. One nation under God.
Right? And start rooting for America to win. Stop rooting for us to lose, Democrats.
Yes.
And stop being part of the solution and stop calling everybody stupid.
Amen.
You're part of
Coach.
the problem. You're not part of the solution.
And you want to know how you can be a part of the solution, Coach?
What?
You could go right now as you're watching, hit that follow button on X, hit that follow button on Rumble, hit that share button, send it out. Be like, tweet, look at these guys on Twitter, on Rumble, on YouTube, sending out their message. Share that, like it, hit that like button, guys. I know you're seeing that like button on YouTube, or you people watching on YouTube. I know you see that like button. Click that like button, click that share button, click that follow, leave some comments, follow us on Rumble, click that like button on Rumble. All you people, I see you. We have 63 people watching right now on X. Hit that follow button, follow us on X, see our tweets, share, repost, retweet. We love it, guys. We appreciate all of you guys watching our show every week. We'll be back same time, same place next week, live here on X, live on Rumble, live on YouTube. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms, guys. We're everywhere. Truth Social, Instagram, TikTok. We're all over the place. Make sure you guys follow us, and we will see you guys next week. Coach, you got anything left? You want to chime in?
Nope. Just let's see what Zelensky does on Friday. I don't trust that little cokehead.
Yes, let's see what Zelensky
Alleged
does on
cokehead.
Friday. And everybody, stay thirsty, my friends. We'll see you guys next week.
Thanks,
Everybody,
you, Bowie,
appreciate
for
you
your
guys. Shout out you, Bowie.
Bye.